marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Now from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. And tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 40-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and running a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
To the air, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down. Look at this Browns defense. This unit, they struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Barkley inside handoff. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now a 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw is Williams. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. This kick to shatter the NFL record, a 69-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Off the fake, now Shuck's going to throw. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Here's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. You look at this Browns defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Throwing is Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Williams. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And this one is right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw is Shuck. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
79 Bronco. Let's go now. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck. And the Saints pressure gets him. One down for a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
Saints.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. To throw, Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Odunze. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Moore, the man in motion. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
6-0 our score after 1. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
What's up?
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to stretch out their lead. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Saints 13. Browns nothing.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Call the double.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Got it. Ready?
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's Shuck. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Track. Track. COVID-19.
To throw now, Shuck. That's going to be caught by Rivers. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
Warriors, 7, 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 70 Rangers, 70, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, go!
Shuck now to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete to Chase. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
And this offense has been a little slow to get going, but some signs of life here in this 2nd quarter. They're moving it pretty good, and that helps the cause as well. Good yardage and another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jamar Chase with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
What is that? Here we go, Griffin! Bang it, bang it! Touchdown, 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 touchdown! Yes, yes.
Williams throwing to start the drive. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now ETN to start the drive. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now shot. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, shot. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick.
Working out of the gun here, Shuck. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
19 Lion. Ready.
Throwing, Shuck. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Let's go now. Go.
To the air again. Here's Shuck. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 10-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Cut 19, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. 18 Rattler, 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's Shuck. And it's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Jamar Chase as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
We've been together a few years, and you know that I really ride the wave of old momentum, don't I?
Yes, you do.
There is a heck of a difference between being down 6 and possibly being up 1. And right now, they've got that opportunity.
No doubt. That is a big-time score and a big-time swing in momentum. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it
third and 2. From the gun, Shuck. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
At the Saints' 11-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go. Warriors 17. Viking 18. Ready?
They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
From the gun, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
7 70 left. Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal.
Set. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. 79 Bronco. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 19 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Back to throw again. Will try to pick it up himself. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Going for it, here's ETN. And he takes this one in for a grand score. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Browns 27, Saints 16. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game. Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw, it's Williams. That's caught. Jack Bush with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
What is up?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. That flag, that'll push him back 5. Series after the delay of game, 1st and 15. After the penalty, they'll go with Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To the air, Williams. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Williams pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. To throw is Shuck.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
A loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Okay, ready?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
They'll drop the throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
Well, that's going to be incomplete.
By I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Now 2nd and 5. Throwing is Williams.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Williams pass. Intercepted.
On the ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Let's go.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
ETN up the middle.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
79 Broncos.
They'll go play action with Shuck.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Brandon Ayuk.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Browns 34, Saints 16. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 59 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the